We returned to Bastion. It's been a little while, so let's just have a bit of a recap here. Our lovely adventuring party started in the city of Allengil during the Vernal Equinox Festival. And there, the worshippers of Selune, the goddess of the moon, underwent a bit of threat. A dark force was found beneath the kind of forgotten subterranean ruins, beneath the main temple to the moon goddess herself. And this dedication to her twin sister Shar was full of cultists plotting against someone in the group. Because earlier, a dark rider approached Nadine in the woods. Narrowly escaping with her new friends, she found herself into the city, and there, Kelpie Tuffet's brother Jim was also swindled into a dark contract with these foul individuals. When Jim Tuffet went missing, the group descended into the depths, only to find that he had been absconded with, left the city. With the help of the Temple of Selune, they left south towards Bleak Village of Bleakwood. There, they found that the road further south towards the Anguished Vale was closed. The large gate sealed off until the following morning, but fortunately there was enough respite in this town. A festival of sorts, entertainment to say the least, was being provided in the village of Bleakwood by a trio who call themselves the Muses, suspicious folk. And as they prepared for their evening's performance, shrieks could be heard from the nearby stables. A dark horse, touched by shadow, whose owner they had befriended, squealed, and as Moss began to, I believe it was Moss or was it Kelpie? Kelpie began to communicate with the beast. It issued a dire threat that the Dark One, the Dark Rider, was going to release the creature that was feeding upon the local sheep. They rushed towards the barn to the north of the village, and there, creeping out of the shadows, a dark, shadowy reptilian creature. A dragon? We'll see. As the scene opens up, a different perspective.
Sometimes to solve a problem, all you need is a little new perspective.
Did you guys like my acting out of his recap? Good.
It was quite entertaining.
Folk gather around a large pavilion as a group of entertainers begin their performance. Sitting nearby in a stoop, a man cloaked in shadow sits out of the light of the lanterns and torches that illuminate this spectacle going on. How long have you been in town, Manassas?
Manassas probably would have been in town for the past, I'd say it's been a while. Given about, am I on business right now? Sorry?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'd place it at about 6 months. It's been a long time.
This thoroughfare, as it was described to you, has a dark secret. Somewhere on the other side, Bleakwood functions as a shadow road, a passageway to where, when in the other realm, you're able to move about undetected and somewhat safely. You would know that recently, flock have begun to go missing, that the local wildlife, the flora, the fauna of this region are suspiciously being mangled and destroyed. A creature has been on the loose for some time, traveling up and down the main road, centered all around Bleakwood. Stationed here, things have increasingly grown suspiciously more frequent. And then you saw something that you didn't expect. A familiar face wandered into town on a cart. You decided not to engage right away, but you know this person well. You practically grew up with them. During the midst of this revelry around the town square and the celebration square, you kept an eye on him and his companions. Soon a shriek let out. They took off to the south. They headed towards this stable. You would be familiar with Zexitrin and his sabled mare, this shadow-touched horse. You would have had conversations with him in the past about how he believes that his beast, this prized racing horse that he has come to own, can actually somewhat occasionally see through the veil and actually perceive things in the shadow place. He's become a source of vital information for you. as the animal kind of wails out in distress, you kind of have your choice of what to do. You can continue to watch the performance going on at the pavilion. What's your gut tell you would do?
If something is amiss with the local fauna, then he'd like to explore. He senses that trouble is afoot and wants to get to the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm. You stand up, you see the one you know fairly well, bolts off to the south. You're able to make it across the square through the crowd, who is just entranced by this performance by these three individuals, and can see that they've now hopped back over the fence from the stables and are beginning to cut through an alleyway to the main thoroughfare and running north.
Running north. So I'm sorry. Perhaps I'm having trouble understanding this. This is not part of the show. Yeah, these animals have gone around. Huh?
No, this would be Talok and his strange companions.
Oh. Hmm. And I can see them clearly from where I am?
Yeah, kind of the faint light of the little celebration square kind of casts long shadows. You wouldn't be able to see them beyond like the houses, but you definitely saw them at the stables. And then as you were getting close to the stable, they then hopped over the fence and then began to cut through the main alley to run north.
I'll follow. Won't engage quite yet because I worry something's wrong, and I don't want to interrupt this if it's the middle of action quite yet. But I'd definitely like to follow.
Your group gets further and further away from the festival as the sounds of music and dancing become less and less, and eventually you find yourself in the darkness of this barn. There, the heavy wooden doors swing open. The barn has released all of the sheep as they have wandered out. And as your group steps forward, seeing that, the shepherd is nowhere to be found, most likely he is at the event currently in the celebration square, you step out into the moonlight. You can see there this massive dragon shape manifests out of the shadows and plucks up Julius, the prized sheep, who just turns to you and goes, no!
Oh no. It's Julius.
How long does you had I think you had used to speak with the animals to talk to Prince oh gosh. Yeah. I gotta open my notes.
I think it's 10 minutes. I can double check.
Well, no, I would say if you used it to talk to the horse and then you ran north, it would be Prince Scotty is the Prince Scotty. So yeah, you guys run out. I am going to ask the four of you to go ahead and roll me initiative. Manassas, you can roll 2 just to figure out like when you will be in the order.
Oh, cool.
You got a 10. You rolled so low. It's unfortunate.
I got an 18.
It was a little higher pitched. I gotta remember to get back into Talok too.
Let me know what you get, Nadine.
5.
Rough.
Turns out the dragon rolled a 4. She rolled a 3. Looks like they put their initiative in the thing, so.
Dragon's like, aren't you gonna do anything about it?
No.
Hi, sorry.
Leave. No.
Guys, I'm back, sorry.
Help me stand back. I'll deal with it.
Not Julius! Oh my god, what is that? I knew
As
that.
they say in the hit video game Skyrim, it's a dragon!
As you guys turn the corner there, Kelpie, you are the first to be able to react as you see this shadowy form turn into a dragon and pluck up Julius from the ground.
Oh!
Its long serpentine head kind of turns towards you, its eyes glaring bright red, almost like 2 pinpricks of fiery coals. It has this deep monotone kind of voice that echoes out as it utters a word or 2 that you don't understand, and then kind of switches into a common and just says, "Ooh, something else to eat."
What?
Oh,
No, Kelpie!
All right.
Hell yeah.
Gonna make a wisdom saving throw. All right. Rah! It rolls a nat 20 on the very first roll of the game.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh fuck.
I'm sorry, y'all.
This will be very funny when I eat you, Owen. All right, you're gonna use a move? Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
With
Closing
pleasure.
in from behind, Manassas, the cobble turns into kind of mucky, soft soil as you approach this barn, the doors swinging wide open. You can either kind of cut right through and follow this group of companions in to the other side, or you could try and circumvent the building in some capacity. It's up to you.
Well, my options are join the party, rush ahead, or like see if I can. By the sounds of it, kind of cut the dragon's other exit off. Then I'll do that second thing. Still trying to like keep my distance from the situation, but somewhat trying to like sneak around the party. Manassas wants to observe this encounter for now, but
Okay.
you know, for safety, work his way into a better
I'll
position.
with like a double move, we'll have you kind of sneak around to the eastern side of the barn. Can you, if you're gonna try and like stay hidden, can you make me a stealth check, please?
Gotcha. Listen. We'll fucking see. Double 18.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. You know, very stealthily kind of hop over the fence, slide down a pile of hay, and kind of ground yourself. From there, you can vaguely make out the shape of a shadow drake, a dragon kin, native to the other place, and you can see that your Talok's companions are heading out to like confront this thing as it's harassing the local livestock.
Gotcha.
You would be able to make either an interaction or a bonus action if you want, but other than that, I think you're good.
Yes. For now, I think I'm fine.
Okay, Moss.
Moss is gonna just kind of cut out to the side here, towards slightly where Kelpie's at, and just kind of get a good view of what's going on. And we need to take this down quick and cast Fairy Fire.
Oh.
That'll
Oh, Kelpie.
just be-
Can you link a spell card for me? Thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how to do that. It's been a minute. Oh, I don't have.
Let's make a dexterity save.
Yep.
What? Yeah. Just what's the DC?
DC is 13.
It's a dex save, right?
Correct.
Ooh, 8.
So we can see it if it goes invisible. It sheds dim light for 10 feet, and we have an advantage on it.
All right. Suddenly, this magical web of kind of vibrating, like crystal magical light envelops the dragon, but it also like creates like disco sheep. That kind of like 3 or 4 of them surrounding the creature are also
Yes!
starting to be very shiny as well.
I love disco sheep. That's my next player character.
All right. Is you gonna
Trust me, I'd know.
You good, Moss?
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
I've eaten plenty of sheep in my day. What? I didn't. What?
This is all happening as I'm just drawing my sword.
I meant
You-
glitter. I meant glitter. Yeah.
Can't get. Oh, my
I was never allowed to have
tracker's
glitter.
not working.
Nadine
Alright.
fails a deception check.
Okay. This whole time, Talok is unsheathing his blade. He's real milking the situation right now.
He's just letting like the
Gotta make this as cool and slow as possible.
I looks like an anime protagonist.
I was gonna say, hell fucking yeah.
Fine.
He gives a speech so long before he fights that, oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
All right. The dragon turns, spreads its wings, and releases a black ball of liquid that travels straight towards the center of you guys, and then explodes into this like cloud of frigid black mist. Everyone within the sphere, as it explodes, must make me a DC 13 con save.
Got it.
I'm sorry, I can't see the map. Does that include me?
That is
It does not
a
include you.
17.
7.
That's a 3.
Ooh.
Yep.
Mm.
It's a reaction.
Is that individual DC? Is it? Well, it's creatures you can see, right? I don't know if it would count as yourself.
Yes, you can do it to yourself. It's a creature that you can see. That does include you.
If you
he
look at
can't see
yourself when you do
himself,
it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So would you roll individual d6s for everybody, or is it 1d6 that covers everybody?
You just roll that and it goes to everybody. I succeeded, so don't worry about it.
Need it.
I don't think I can. I got a 3. I think even with it, I don't know if I can.
You would have to roll a 4 or higher.
You need
Oh.
a 6 for me.
Oh, right.
So there's a 33% chance to get it. Okay.
I believe in you.
Oh no.
Yuck.
All right. Anybody who fails is going to take 18 cold damage. Anyone
Oh,
that
fun.
fails the saving throw takes 18 cold damage.
Oh no.
Kelpie's out.
No.
Jesus.
We're fine. We're fine. It's okay.
And then
No!
as the cold subsides, anyone who failed or anyone who succeeded is going to take half that.
So, okay.
9.
I think. Let me read that again. And it's each creature that takes 8 or
Well-
half. Yeah.
Shit.
Me?
All right. So Nadine and Talok are
How do I lower my health on here? Oh, I got it.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, thank you. I got it. The disco sheep lick at Kelpie's face.
All right. You hear crushing of bones as this glittery sheep is just
Hey.
ripped in half.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris.
Uh-huh.
Can I try to do something incredibly stupid?
Oh, here we go.
I hope so. It's your turn.
Because I just realized, if it's too late, I understand. But Silvery Barbs reads that when a creature you see succeeds in a saving throw, you could make it re-roll and give someone else advantage. Can I do that and give Kelpie advantage if I take away mine and re-roll the saving throw?
Sure.
Okay, Silvery Barbsing myself. You watch as Talok sees this blasting off around him, and he sort of is quick thinking in his brain, thinking of some plan. He's like, alright, fine. And he starts weaving his arm around his tattooed arm, and as he does so, the flames sort of bite at him. I'm gonna remake my saving throw. So, yep, I still succeed, so I still take the same amount, and Kelpie, you can roll again with advantage, see if you succeed that.
Believe in it.
There's a DC 13, so that both of them would hit. So you were going to take 9 damage, so that puts you at, 6? Or no, 8 health.
Kelpie, you're so squishy.
It is guard. I got you, Kelpie.
All right. Let's go,
It's fine, you're
Talok.
okay. You just see Talok spit out a little blood. Alright, so my
Hey,
turn.
I think you're bleeding, Talok.
I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. I will sort of close my eyes, unsheath the sword for real, and I'll just hear the orcish war drums in the back of my head, and I will go into my blade song. And then I will dash up to that guy with my feet of movement, which is more than enough. And I will just, as I'm going, I just sort of drop to one knee and just slash upwards at its arm, almost like a ballerina dancing, and be like, drop him, drop him, drop him! That's going to be a 12 to hit.
Ooh, 12 does not hit.
Yeah, that's.
That was. Did you roll with advantage for the fairy fire?
Oh, with advantage. Thank you. 20, natural 20.
Oh my
Boom.
god.
Okay.
Hey, yo, let's go.
Okay, so that's 5, and I'll roll one more d8. That is 11 points of piercing damage.
Nadine thinks she's really cool.
All right. The rapier just. It's a rapier, right? Or is it a short sword?
It is a longsword flavored rapier. It
Yeah,
has the
got it.
statistics
Yep.
of a rapier, but it is a longsword.
Needle.
Yes. That's my turn. Nothing else I can really do.
All right, cool. Nadine.
I'll just sort of hold my ground there.
Okay. So, I'd like to shift. So you see, I mean, a pretty familiar sight now, but Nadine's shoulders kind of hunch forward. She definitely, like, slouches forward as you watch her face kind of elongate into this, like, very, like, snaggletooth, snarled snout. Her eyes kind of, like, the slits go, like, inwards as she kind of becomes her more shifted form. I want to use my Dread Ambusher, which I've forgotten to use many times in the past, which is, at the start of my first turn, my walking speed increases by 10 feet. If I take an attack action on that turn, I can take an additional weapon attack, dealing an extra 1d8 damage of that weapon's damage type on a hit. So, now I gotta think about this math-wise. Okay, I'd like to... From where I am, I'd like to make a longbow attack. If that's okay?
All right, yeah, go for it.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do
With advantage.
Oh, right. I got a 7 and a 9. And then I want to use that and do the second attack. Use the Dread Ambusher thing.
Mhm.
If I take an action turn, you can make one additional weapon attack as a part of that action, dealing an extra 1d8 damage of that weapon's type on a hit. So because I hit, I can attack once more with the same weapon. So that'll just be another another longbow hit, which will be. Oh, sorry, I forgot to ask.
Yeah.
What is the DC of this creature? Wait,
But
I
you
forgot
have
to roll to
make an
hit like
attack.
all 3 of
Yeah.
those times. I forgot.
I was waiting.
Never mind.
I was waiting for
Never
the moment
mind.
to be like,
Never mind.
Is in there, sure.
yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. It's been a while. I'm rusty. I was so excited to use all my cool stuff. I got an 11.
Ooh.
Where are you rolling at? Are you enrolling in D&D Beyond, or what are you? Where?
Yeah, D&D Beyond.
Okay.
I got an 11.
That was the first attack was an 11. That's the advantage roll.
The advantage roll is the 11.
All right, and then there was a second attack using your ambusher.
I only get that if I hit the first one.
Got it.
Did I not hit?
Uh,
Rough. It's rough.
ooh.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I'm assuming I missed those. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yep.
And then I want to take. How much movement do I have? Can I get to the dragon from where I am?
Yes.
With your additional movement, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Actually, with the regular move, you could.
Dope. I'm gonna walkie walk over to the dragon, and by walkie walk I mean she's like on all fours doing like the fucking gallop shit, and I want to use the long tooth shifting strike as a bonus action.
I was like sort of going into defensive stance, and he sees it. Oh, that doesn't get normal.
Never.
I believe that shifting was your bonus action.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
I believe with the long tooth, can't you? Or is that
One
not? It might be
shifting.
monsters of the multiverse. Never mind.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Shifting is okay. Then just kidding. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay where I was.
Sit. Good, Nadine.
I feel patronized.
I
Are you
felt-
going to give me a dog treat?
You're in dog form. Come on.
Are you going to give me? Are you going to give me a Scooby snack? I also get 4 temp HP.
Cool. 4 temp HP.
Okay. That's my turn. That was lame.
All right. Kelp, you're a little frosty, but you're good.
That sounds really great.
Blow them away.
Oh.
What the hell?
Where is it going? Thanks, Kelp.
All right. So it's slashing damage when it enters the spell area or it starts its turn there. All right. So it will, as the daggers begin to spin and manifest, that is going to kind of be a delayed damage to it. All right. Manassas, as you kind of hop over, you fully see Talak now engaged in melee with the Shadow Drake. It is a formidable foe. We're kind of like loosey-goosey as to how far away you were, so I will allow you to get up to it in melee in one move if you want. But other than that, what would you like to do with your turn?
Yeah, I just rush in and I see that like cone of coal, just kind of at first expecting it'd show, but now after seeing that, my eyes widen, and I throw off the cloak that I've been kind of in, and I pull from around my waist the ball and chain that I keep carrying. Like, that was a good show, Talak. Now it's my turn.
He sort of looks to it. Manassas?
Who's that guy?
And I
A figure
Talk about it
majestically,
later.
like there's like a tunnel that forms through a wall of sheep. As this,
It's gonna light up sheep?
it's me. It's
He has the coolest entrance? Are you kidding me?
Mine is just the phonograph scratch.
As all of you say throughout those comments, I'm just winding up a big swing with my ball and chain overhead as it just kind of enters a blur with a little bit of a magical purple sheen. Ball and chain, it's flailed mechanically.
Nadine gets very excited at the fact that there is a ball.
does Manassas refer to it as his old ball and chain?
It's definitely.
That's so good.
God damn it. Yeah.
I love him
well,
already.
Now he does. But that's me casting Wrathful Smite as I rush down the aisle of these sheep. And I rush in and just bring it up and across under this dragon's jaw. Let me see.
With the
And that's
damage.
24 to hit.
24 is going to hit. It's going to deal an additional psychic
Oh.
damage, I believe, and it must make a whiz save. What's the whiz save DC?
Indeed. 13.
Damn. Who's your friend and can I play fetch? I mean, what
What?
is he fighting with?
That
I don't know where that came from. That was
It's
some kind of
called-
like primal instinct.
It's fine,
We're
it's a
just
ball.
not we're just not going to talk a ball?
I turn back to the dragon.
All right, so what was the
Roll
total
ball.
damage
Yeah.
with that plus the smite plus the psychic?
That's 13 mix of bludgeoning and psychic. Yeah, just brings it up, crashes into its jaw, and make the save.
All right, it is now frightened of you until it saves against it.
Fabulous. Its eyes, just for a flash, go from like that almost fiendish, I'd imagine, like red, I believe you described it as, to like a flash of the same purple that was surrounding my ball and chain. And now it has disadvantage on a bunch of things, and I'm right up in its face.
Nadine's still drooling at the sight of the ball.
All right,
Sorry.
Moss.
I just
Sorry.
glance back and I see someone drooling over this, and I'm just like, alright, we're
She
going
like
to
starts whistling, but like she's a dog, so she can't. So it's like there's a bird in here or something.
Amazing.
I s-
Nadine,
Oh,
hold yourself together.
Should I describe
Okay,
my
Moss.
character a bit, by the way?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is my character, human, deep brown skin and dark hair and eyes. And he seems to be wearing, like, chainmail with the sleeves cut off, and, like, heavy bracers, all in this sort of nightly gunmetal gray with, like, a little bit of purple here and there. Around his neck is, like, this heavy chain, with, like, an eye kind of pendant on it. He has a shield in one hand, and that good old ball and chain in the other.
No.
Are you his dad?
No.
No,
I don't know how
definitely
old you
not.
are.
You
Maybe best
What?
if we talk about this later.
We do this thing where we talk in battle pretty often. It's kind of a ongoing thing.
just
We'll
move
roll with it.
10 feet up, and I'm going to
It's his birthday.
cast.
Alright.
It is my birthday. I'm going to cast Ice Knife.
Oh.
Ah, I clicked that twice, my bad. I do, so 16 to hit.
Oh yeah. Casters, yes.
I just see it flying towards the dragon. Oh shit!
Chris, does the 16 hit?
A 16 does hit.
Okay. And then that is, it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
So
And I'm-
don't meet in Manassas.
I'm aiming for the back corner where the daggers are.
Got it.
Still hit both of us.
It'll still hit both of you.
Yeah.
I'll roll.
And
Mine is a 19.
The
Well, I got a 19
dra-
because
the
plus
Drake
4.
rolls a 13.
16.
so the Drake does meet it.
All right, and so does everyone else.
Yep.
All right, so then, what's the net effect then?
It would take the piercing damage from that, so that'll be, I'll go with the first one of 1.
Ooh.
Great rolls.
Is it half damage on a failed save for the other effect?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, that's lucky. A shard of the night just flies
job.
off towards Talok and just dodges it, like moves his head out of the way. Home!
At the
Moss,
start
please!
of its turn, it's going to take slashing damage from the cloud of daggers. So it's going to take 9 slashing damage from that. It has the ball and chain. It looks around wildly at this man before it, and it is going to. It is going to use its shadow jump ability. So it is going to, since it is currently at nighttime outside, everything is at least dim light, and it is going to jaunt into a different direction. And I'm going to have it jaunt right down here.
Oh no.
So
Yeah, I
it's
can do
basically using its dimension dooring is what it's doing.
Mm.
Wait. He was in the... But he was in the Fairy Fire. Does Fairy Fire specifically get rid of dim light or darkness?
No, it
Yeah,
Or
casting
it
dim
gives
light.
dim light. 10 feet of dim light.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
too bad. Yeah. Oh.
And so yeah, he's going to manifest, and then let's just check something real quick. Ooh,
Don't worry, I still have a good amount. Yep. Please do.
So it kind of dipped into the shadows.
Yeah, it teleported about 40 feet from you and right behind Nadine.
yeah.
It is.
And
Gotcha.
at that point, it is going to attempt to tail slap Nadine.
Ah, shit.
At
Okay.
disadvantage, my friend.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Oh, thank you. What's your character's
Yep.
name again?
Manassas.
Thank
4
you.
and a
Thank you, ball
14.
guy.
Ball
Alright,
guy.
I shout that in character on purpose.
It's Manassas, but you're welcome.
All right,
It's not hard
Nadine,
to talk with the teeth. Yeah.
you duck out of the way as this massive draconic tail just whoosh right over your head.
And
Uh,
can it be cool? Can I flavor it?
yeah, go for it.
She does the Matrix thing, but like she's also a werewolf. So it's a werewolf doing the Matrix thing, where she's like, except it's not in slow motion. It's really fast. So you just see like werewolf like bend back 45 degrees and bend straight back up.
I do
Sorry.
the long whistle thing. Damn, impressive.
All right,
That's all. I just had that image pop in my head.
Hell yeah.
I did
that
something
will
cool.
be-
You did a cool thing. That's awesome.
You know what? It's also going to let's use its speed surge. It's going to fly 30 feet straight up, provoking an attack of opportunity from Nadine, but it's in the air now.
Oh,
Can I still hit it?
If you can make an attack of opportunity with advantage on it right now, but it has to be a melee weapon.
Can I do my shifting thing?
Like a shifter strike, a bite or a
Yeah.
tooth or a claw. Yeah.
Yeah, shifter strike.
Need
Okay,
melee
hang on.
attack.
Let me get back to that. Actions. It's a bite. I got a 15.
15 hits.
Nice. I'm gonna say she jumps up and bites it. Oh, and that's 8. 8 damage.
How come?
Very similar to like orcas and shit in like what's the water? Oh my god,
SeaWorld?
what's it called? It's the it's
SeaWorld?
not wait, it's not Disney World. It's like the
SeaWorld.
Animal Kingdom.
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld,
Like
yeah.
like how orcas do in SeaWorld where they jump up and bite. She
Oh,
jumps up and like bites one of the legs of this thing and then like kind of wrinkles it for a second then falls.
I just can't get the dog thing out of my head. So like I just imagine
Yeah,
like
right?
won't let go of the toy. You know.
It's literally that is exactly the image that I am attempting to produce.
Yes.
Just like blah, 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 and she
Playing
falls.
fetch, but with his foot. You know?
Bet.
Yeah.
The Drake eventually slaps you off. Telok, your turn.
All right. Seeing
It
this
doesn't
thing
taste
like
good.
disappear in front of me, like the shadows push back amongst a wave of like air, pushes him back about 5 feet. He pirouettes on his foot just to get his balance, sees it behind Nadine, and it'll just dash. Not the actual action because he has enough movement. He'll get there, and as he sees it jump up into the air, he's about to swing his sword. Oh, change your plans, and he'll just take the sword, like drag it along his tattoos as they ignite to green flame, and he'll just take that hand and just sling, almost like throwing a curveball, Scorching Ray.
Ooh.
We're getting spicy today. I like it.
That's my boy.
First Scorching Ray is going to be 10 to hit. Oh, is it still fairy fired?
Yes.
All right, we'll use the first damage roll, but that's going to be a 20 to hit. For
24.
8.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, so it's going to be 8 points of fire damage in the first one. We'll just roll advantage like this. That's a natural 20.
Ooh. Wait.
Is this 2?
Yeah,
boy's
it's 2
on
natural.
fire.
Advantage, man. It'll do that.
Damn.
That's going to be 2d6 for 4d6 for that one's 17 points of fire damage. And then last attack for Scorching Ray. As the first one sort of grazes its leg, the second one slams right underneath its chin and like takes its like serpentine neck, I guess, and like almost like lunges it upwards as it hits the blast. Second one is going to be that's a 30 to hit.
God.
Wait, sorry, that's not a 30 to hit. It's not a 30 to hit.
Man.
Sorry, I read those both. That's 15 plus
15. Yeah.
6. 20 something. Sorry.
I
read
almost
the
had
numbers
a
too quick.
goddamn heart attack. I was.
No. I think I can get near a 30 if I get like a 19, but I can't.
Of course
get
you
a 30
can.
yet.
Of course you can.
You can
I'm not
roll-
gonna min max. I will. I'm just kidding.
Roll an
We all know
additional
that. What are you talking about? Anyway, 2d6 is negative, minimum 2 points of fire damage.
All right, three rays strike across the sky from Talok, each of them slamming into this creature. Its little cinders begin to kind of like fall down from its glowing body. Nadine, you're about 25 feet below this thing now.
Oh, is it my turn again?
You're back in action, Chief.
Oh, another attack of opportunity?
No.
No,
This
it's
is
your turn. Yeah.
Oh, now it's my turn. Cool.
Mhm.
I'm underneath it. Okay, hang on. Wait.
Mhm.
Hang on. There's some shenanigans I got to be able to do here.
I believe in it.
Okay,
I was gonna ask. Intense.
first thing I have a question first. So I have the Fey arrows. Do I know if that would be effective against this creature since it's kind of from that like shadowy realm?
What do the arrows read?
You made them. You said they're effective against. Hang on, I'm gonna find them.
I know what they do. I'm just asking you to.
Oh, I'm trying to find the notes because in my notes, in my inventory, I think I just wrote it down as Fey arrows. I don't think I put the description. There's also silver-tipped arrows. Cold iron?
There were
Oh, why
those,
did
and
I
then
write down? Oh,
there were silver ones and there were cold iron ones.
Yeah.
Huh.
Or fiend type creature.
Cold metal.
London Broil,
Very
go!
hungry.
Now, so basically, you would need to determine whether this thing is a Fey or a fiend. So, to the best of your ability, that's a dragon. So, it's up to you to determine.
Can I
You could
can
roll.
I roll
You
some?
could roll
can
a
I roll-
nature or like a knowledge. Was there knowledge? Gosh, I've been playing too much Pathfinder.
Arcana, maybe?
It would probably be. It's Arcana's planes, right?
Sometimes magic generally.
Yeah. Magic in general. You could do like a.
Nature or I could. What? Sorry. What am I rolling here?
Say nature or Arcana, either.
Oh well, now I have to do Arcana check.
Yeah.
No.
baby.
That is a 7.
Roll credits.
It's rolling
damn.
so bad.
Out, Alex.
You were just a provincial little like forest dwelling girl. You have no idea.
I make puppy eyes.
Why did I drop out of school and run away?
It's a fiend. I don't know what a fiend is. Oh god. Yeah, I'm just gonna use one of the cold iron arrows and see if it works.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Then you can add 4 hit points back to yourself.
Okay. I'm gonna take a shot with the longbow, directly up at it with one of the Fey arrows.
Oh yeah.
One. Roll better. No, I don't like the D20 app. Oh.
DM, it seems like the calculation on my token was wrong. I'm at 22 hit points because that took out my temporary.
Right on, right on.
Yeah, so I'm at 22.
Highest was a 12.
Oh.
Oof.
Yeah, you're
Alright,
a plus
so-
6. I also have a plus 6. You can't talk to me about min-max.
All right, so Nadine, it was just one attack at a 12.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that is going to whoosh. That was with advantage, right?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
Oh,
Can I? You said it's 25 feet in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make an acrobatics check to see if I can jump and strike it with Longtooth?
Oh, it's
Oh
like
my
50
God.
feet, right?
Yeah.
You said 25. Is it 25 or 50?
25.
Well, it's 30 feet up. You're in a 5-foot square, so the difference is 25.
Can I?
Hang on a second.
Or can Talok throw me?
What's your strength score?
God.
Mine?
Yeah.
Let me look. My strength is 16.
Muscles.
And you do not have let's see. You do not have the jump spell. Do you have the athletic feat or
No, I don't think so. But I do have a backup plan, which is can Talok throw me?
Okay, so basically with a high jump, you can reach and grab something up to 15 feet off the ground with your current setup, so it's probably out of reach.
Could Talok throw me?
I've got dick
Probably
else to
not.
do. I could probably do it too.
I mean, so like you've used your action 1 to fire an arrow, right?
Yeah.
So you're looking for a bonus action. I would say
Talok, you're pretty tall, right?
Yeah, I'm like 6'2".
So 6'2". What's 6 plus 15? I can't do math. I'm sorry.
21.
That's 21. Oh, that's not high enough
If
to.
I was to jump,
I was gonna say
Yeah,
if Nadine. Theoretically, if Nadine was on Talok's shoulders and then jumped,
right, but
could
the
I
the
jump
other
and bite the thing?
well, no, because
Damn.
then you wouldn't have the running start.
Oh,
Sorry, it
that's
just
fair.
wouldn't work out
Oh.
that way. I'm not that strong.
Worth a try. Worth a shot.
And we should
Nadine
probably stop
thought
having
about
this
it all in her
conversation.
head and then decided not to do that.
It's
If
a real
we're
slow
fighting, we should
moving
probably stop this
dragonoid, though.
conversation and do it another time.
I'm gonna then just take some movement to just kind of go over here.
Okay.
Because
Kels?
I don't want to get hit. That's the end of my turn.
Ah!
Damn.
Ouch.
Bars. Me too, Chief. Wisdom. Oh, oh.
The little birds, man. Oh,
You hurt its feelings. Got it.
Okay.
Anything
the
else?
secondary feature that makes that so good.
I think they're still frightened.
Oh, don't Kelpie, stay behind me. It's fine. I got this. Okay, fine. All right, it's cool.
Manassas.
I think it's my turn. I look down at like a piece of paper where it's just written the turn order. Throw it over my shoulder. Real quick. Is there...
I love Ball Guy.
I don't get...
He has a ball. He's a ball on a chain.
Please don't call him that. It makes it even worse for me.
It's definitely
Okay.
not Stewart.
Okay.
I rush over underneath the dragon.
Alright,
I'm working on it.
That's...
That's it.
You can get to, like, right next to me, yeah.
Right next to you.
Yeah.
And it'll still be 30 feet in the area.
Yep.
Alright, so cool. I'll just like rush over and chuck a javelin. I'll do the boring thing.
It was on his back.
Standard issue! Just throw. Yep. I have so many questions for after this is done. And as you...
Robot.
Yeah, we're the... I was gonna say, we're the AWU, so...
Maybe we should fight the
Oh.
dragon.
You don't have to, I guess, as I... 13 to hit.
13 is going to whiff by. Was that with advantage?
That was with advantage, yeah. Shut. But I guess, like, I'm so confused by what's going on right now that I'd throw the javelin up and it just kind of sadly plunges back down, like, head into the ground.
Meh.
Alright.
Oh, Julius is dead.
Oh no.
Oh,
We're gonna have to stop talking to avenge him.
no! I had no emotional attachment whatsoever, but now I care. Is there?
Yes.
Where's the music? I can't hear the music.
Is that Discord thing?
No, it's in Roll20. So.
Sure.
I'd also like to
Alright,
go back
Moss.
and make it... Oh, sorry.
Moss
bad.
is, after being hit by that orb, doesn't want to be next to everyone, so I'm just gonna run off to the side over here and, I know, get away from everyone, and I'm going to upcast Ice Knife.
Hell
That
yeah.
is a 24 to hit.
Ooh! Yummy.
Yeah.
Hits.
Did you
Damn,
roll
Chief.
an advantage?
I
Damn.
did not.
See if you get a nat 20. Yeah,
I got a 3.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Worth a shot.
24 to
24.
hit.
Yeah.
That is
Amazing.
going to be, my bad, 15 for the piercing damage. And
He upcasted it.
it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Alright. That is a capable fighter.
And that is a 12, so it
Mm.
also gets to eat
Oof.
2 cold damage. Double that one.
Can I tell if any of these elemental damages have been doing something different? Like, does it seem to be taking the cold damage like a champ, or
It seems to be soaking up all the cold damage.
yeah, okay. Yep. I sort of click my glasses up my face so to keep them intact because they don't have a band around the back. I'm starting to realize it was a bad idea. Moss, I don't think that's working as well as it could be.
All I got, and I'm
There.
going to
Rough.
bonus action Balm of the Summer Court
Hmm.
for Nadine to give her a little pick-me-up, and I'm going to burn 2 of these d6.
What does that mean? The balm of the.
Get some
I'm-
HP back, friendo.
I'm healing you.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Fine.
Let me know for how much.
11.
I told you,
Alright.
Shelby.
That would be 13
Rough.
because I used 2 dice. You get 2 temp hit HP. So it's
The-
11 and 2 temp.
Red temp? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out which one's temp.
No, you're good.
3 hit points. It's they're essentially
Oh.
hit points you can
Oh
Okay,
no,
so-
I wasn't sure if there was. So then 18. I have the 4 from that, and then I get a 2 extra.
No, so basically you can either keep the 4 from your wild, your shifter, or you have to pick the 2 because temporary hit points do not stack.
Oh, okay. Then I think I have.
But didn't you get hit? Did you get hit before or after you shifted?
I got
Oh.
hit.
Before, I believe.
Yeah, okay, before.
I
cool,
got-
then,
Yeah, before.
yeah. I would just keep the 4 temp you already have then.
Yeah, so that's 22. Yeah, okay.
Well, it's
I
not
forgot
waste,
to. I forgot to put it into the health on here. I have it in D&D Beyond. So
It's not. It's, you still got healed. It was just 2 temporary hit points at the top that don't matter.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Everything resolved?
And yep, that is my.
Oh, why didn't I go
Turn.
like 2 inches to the other side?
All right. The dragon high above you at this point, still glittering from the fairy fire and kind of a glaze of fear stuck in its eyes. It rises up, its breath weapon recharged. It lets loose another of this like liquid black ball that hits the ground and just fucking explodes, creating this eruption of icy black mist that just consumes all of you. And as that frost just overwhelms your guys' bodies, everyone's going to make me a con save. It
Yes.
is going to use its shadow jump and its speed surge, and it just is just gonna whoosh, just like takes off into the sky and then jaunts into the darkness. The creature, close to death, wanting to save its own life, flees into the shadows of the night.
How far away is it?
It is presumably, let's see, a double move away, 120, 180. Plus a 60 foot, so 200 and 230, 240 away in the darkness. It's probably at this point found cover in a tree line, shadows, smoke, and is heavily obscured.
Is it worth going after it, guys?
As this thing is about to release this cold breath, Talos has been the whole time just sort of measuring its movements, just seeing its actions, getting when it's going to attack, basically getting its attack pattern down. And he sees this coming, he's like, everyone brace yourselves. Oh shit! He's gonna take that, but
Oof.
con saves?
Got an 18 for my save.
Sure.
I failed it.
4. Same.
I got a 6. If you get yeah, I'm out. I take that damage.
Yeah, I took the damage too.
All right, it's 18 cold damage for anyone
Oh.
that fails. It's 9 cold damage for anybody that succeeds a DC 13. And
I'm going to cast Absorb Elements and reduce
Unconscious.
that to. It was 18.
yep,
I thought
So
it was.
yeah, I'll just take half of that. As you watch as like he holds up his tattoo arm, and the tattoo begins glowing the fire, and just creates a fiery shield above him as the cold explodes around
I'm
him.
out. I'm down.
Sure.
Also down.
Oh.
DM.
and about a dozen of the sheep are down as well.
Oh.
Just frozen solid.
No.
The bodies fall. The frozen sheep just.
Oh no. Before I go down, can I make that creature my favorite enemy?
For rangers,
Yeah.
so
I
technically
have beasts.
you have beast. So that creature is a dragon, but it is also flavored to be a kind of a shadow fae creature as well. So yeah, you could either have it be fae or it could be shadow. It could be dragon, whatever you want.
Okay. We'll do the Wait, do those both work for my? Sorry,
So-
we'll do
yeah.
dragon
Okay.
because there's a lot of fae. Not that many dragon.
Are we out of initiative?
We are out of initiative at this point. Some of you hurt, some of you kind of brushing off the frost. Many sheep lay around dead. The dragon has fled to lick its wounds, valuing its own life.
Let's follow it.
There's a good chance, Manassas, that you would know that this creature is probably already on the other side.
There's no getting that dragon now. Just going to need to lick our wounds and be better prepared for the next time it rears its ugly head. As I say that, I want to rush over and to the fallen people. I'm going to lay on hands. Gitch, please don't lick me.
It was
Please
a figure
don't.
of speech.
Uh,
Yeah, Talok sort of brushes a strand of like fallen hair that fell out of his bun, out of his face. Well,
should have been here, father. I wasn't expecting such a tough fight. I would have jumped in sooner, but I wanted to see what you were.
what the
how
hell
how
are you
you were
doing
feeling.
here?
Your own business. I'm here fighting the creatures of the other planes. I wasn't expecting to see you, and when I did, I was so excited to see you fight. And I'm sorry, I just wasn't expecting it to go that.
It's fine. It's fine.
Hmm.
I'm impressed though. That was a hefty hit you landed on that beast.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of training in since you've been away.
You're
Reminds
using
me.
weapons now.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't too professional, me just running in, bare knuckle brawling, but still fun. But I.
Right.
By the way,
Manassas, this is Kilpie.
howdy.
These people.
Are Moss and I back up?
You both get 5 HP. I lay on hands.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
This
Okay.
child is Nadine. Say hello.
Nadine's like dizzy. No, she just. No, she. Yes, she did. No. What the hell?
Sorry, she what?
And this
Nadine doesn't take kindly to newcomers, so she just kind of looks him up and down and just keeps staring at the ball and chain weapon, but then like tries to make it look like she's not looking at it. But then it's like the thing where her eyes are just going back and forth, and then she just like throws up her hood and like sulks away in front of the group.
this
I kind of wave goodbye. She walks.
If looks could kill.
this robot of sorts, automaton. This is Moss. Right, yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. That was an incredible show. I kind of used to magics from Tall, but that was new. That was definitely new.
This is
Comes
Manassas.
from the world around us. Manassas. Much like
Yeah.
molasses.
Much like. Hey, Dan, I have a quick question. Have I ever seen any of these races before? Like a warforged, a fishman, and a wolf
You've
person.
never seen a half orc.
You
I was
are
out
my
of character.
favorite fish.
You get out of here.
So, spending time in the two main regions, being Maldabaran and the capital, you would potentially have seen in passing one or two Tritons ever, maybe. They typically will live in areas that are closer to the sea, the holds that are coastal adjacent. As far as like a true like warforged, maybe one or two that you knew in passing at the capital. There are a couple of them that are relatively famous in the sense that like they are higher up in the pecking order, like at like the main castle and keep, and work for the crown. But you would know at least that, as far as like true warforged, like Moss presumably is, there are so few of them on the island that you're more likely to see one of the automatons that are actually like like not sentient. So you would be very familiar with like a group of sort of hive mind construct guards that are owned by the crown. They were created by the tinkers of the island, and they're called Jesus.
My people.
Nadine.
Sorry.
She's conversing with wolves. Is that normal? I don't mean to be rude, but is that normal?
So there is an order of like it's automaton guards called the Corps de Leon, who are basically golems in a sense, right? And they're all made out of metal. They're polished and kept pristine. They've got big steel breastplates that have the lion Aldrich crown symbol on them, and they kind of all interface with each other. So, kind of. As far as a shifter is concerned, no, not really. Not that many in the capital. You've heard of them.
I guess Manassas would just look around and be like, well, don't I feel like the odd one out? To meet you all. Should probably introduce myself. I'm Tall's brother-in-law. Have to meet any friend of his, a friend of mine.
Wait,
So,
you're married or he's married?
I'm married.
I was gonna say, there's no way he's married.
Oh, I think.
Okay, fine.
Oh. Don't worry.
You're not either.
You'll find somebody one day.
No, it's not the problem. It's the principle. It's fine.
Just one day. I kind of give you a pat on the shoulder, like, it's alright, bud. One
The
day.
only thing I can imagine Talak touching is his sword.
Oh. Maybe. I feel like the odd one. No offense. Well, no offense meant by this, but all of you come from such rare backgrounds that I haven't seen this many before quite in my life. I've seen maybe one or two of any of you, and I've never. You are one of a kind, at least in my book.
You've
Yeah,
seen someone like me?
Molasses, let's keep the whole shifter thing on the DL with me. If anyone asks, it's a human and definitely not a beast. No beasts in the woods. You don't know anything
What is
about
a
that. Cool?
Montana?
Cool. Secret safe with me.
Thank you.
Not Montana.
If you wanted to know what that stands for, you're not allowed to know.
It's not a real thing.
Oh,
It's an animal whispering unit. Yeah. Whoa, weird. I guessed that. Huh. Animal whisper. I don't know about it. I just kind of get shot in the dark. But please, do let me know. No, not a
Neither
clue.
do you.
We are forgetting the important thing here. We can't leave the town unless the creature is dead. We didn't finish the job.
Where are we going?
I can track it if we want. I can try.
Manassas, you said it was already on the other side from plane. Elaborate.
Well, it's definitely an extraplanar monster. That's what I'm doing here. Heard something was amiss, and, well, it's my job to explore that. Defeat otherworldly beings. As far as where they are currently, DM, have I ever heard of a creature like this before?
Yeah. I mean, you would be familiar with the dangerous things that lurk on the other side. This among them. This, to the best of your knowledge, actually make me. And what are your primary like skills that you've got trained in? Just so I understand your background a little better.
Telling you right now, intelligence is my dump stat. I've been trying really hard. I read a lot of books, but I'm kind of a torpedo. You point me in a direction, and I put on a good show.
Got it. Okay, so no, history, arcana, like none of that nature.
I have no proficiency. I mean, I've done some reading, but probably nothing expertise, really.
I think your gut would tell you like this is one of those things to where like you report back, and then the greater the scholarly minds will then kind of inform and direct. But yeah, I mean, you would understand that there are shadow versions of various creatures for sure. The true nature of this thing, you've never seen one in person, so you probably just don't know that much about it.
Can I try to see if I know anything from my reading?
Yeah, potentially. Just make me a nature check on this one.
Sure, yes, but I also decide that is a 18.
18.
It was almost a smart one.
So advanced general knowledge would indicate that this thing was young, and comparatively to like natural dragons, it'd be about in that age group. So this thing could potentially they could get much bigger than this one was, much older. As far as because of its odd nature, being a shadow creature, you don't have any knowledge that is directly related to it. You can only kind of compare it to the things that you've read about that are in the material world.
Okay.
So it's sort of it reminds you of like what you've read about white dragons, but it is totally different than that. Black scales, manifest of shadow. It has it can manifest cold through its breath, but it doesn't shoot a cone of ice. It creates something else, like negative energy almost.
Interesting. Anyway, I relay this information to everyone else.
I know some people that could help, DM, if I know. Would I know that like a station that I can report to is nearby? Or is it like journeys?
You would have some allies that you could probably go to, yeah.
But the problem with that, Manassas, is we need to save somebody. Someone was kidnapped. That's why we're in this town. We're trying to get through, but they blocked off the gates. We made this deal with someone that if we were to defeat whatever is causing the sheep to go missing, the livestock to be killed, they would let us through early. And time is of the utmost importance here.
And we seem to have not saved that many sheep or killed that many monsters.
You said you were stationed here, right?
Yes, I am.
Maybe you can get us past the wall.
I could definitely attempt to. I have some degree of high standing in the military here. You said that you can track them, yes?
For the most part, we've been following their tracks, yes. They're heading to the Obsidian Tower.
The Obsidian Tower?
From what I know from my reading, it is... Let me look at my notes to make sure I'm saying exactly what Talok would know.
It's like a big name, yeah?
I know a little bit about it.
Cuban?
There's also, if you know any like freaky unicorns with weird cloaked riders on top that yell really loud.
Yep, nope, none of those ring a particular bell. I'm surprised I haven't heard of the second one.
As Talok is done flipping through his notebook where he keeps all his notes, right here, it's the Obsidian Tower. Some scholars say it seems to be ripped out of the ground. It's corrupted. It's in the Anguished Vale. Real nasty place.
I've heard scary things. I could definitely work on getting you over the wall. I just need to report back.
Along with it.
Those of you, even Manassas, you've been stationed here a while. The Crown has placed a garrison here that is led by the Blue Dragon-born Sergeant Bakara. He's cantankerous and bored. But you've had your crossings with him. He understands that you have some station at the capital, and respects you for that. Although he's in charge here. You would know that the watch basically has allies in different holds. There would be an option for you to head to Fathomport to report to a temple there. You have an ally in a man known as the White Necromancer. He is Abbot Cohen. He currently is the head that basically tends the grounds of Agamvald, which is a kind of a forgotten temple adjacent to this Anguished Vale that they are talking about. You have allies in the capital. You have allies in the Silver Keep. Those are much further away.
It seems as though my buddy Tal is trying to get over the wall, so I assume for something like that, I'd report back to the Dragonborn, yeah?
Yep, you saw him at the Celebration Square earlier.
It was by the square. Please, I can lead you all to him, and I could be a bit persuasive. Knowing that this is important business, dealing with the extraplanar and how much they've already taken, again, I must apologize. I believe I can make a good case for getting you past that wall.
We would appreciate it.
Of course,
So we
I'll follow.
can split up and run some errands.
I have a question, Kelpie. I know we're trading in that for an item. Is that worth the time take this point? Well, we have to walk across town. I think that's a bit more than 5 minutes. I just think we need to take as much time as we can to save your brother.
Items will come and go, but a loved one will.
What?
Nadine runs after it instinctively and brings it back. You drop this or like whatever. Fuck off. And then she like kicks a tree and like walks away.
Did she chill? Something happened. Did I jump in on the middle
She's
of that
fine.
diversion?
She's just like this.
That's a sign. If you love something, let it go, and if it loves you back, it'll come back to you. That's something I've heard. Maybe. Do you love these drums?
Did Pestle tell you that?
It's something I've heard. I'm working on my parental aphorisms. Working on things like that.
As soon as you say the word parental, she scowls at you so hard.
I kind of just like put my hands up, like, "Whoa, that's." I'm not a parent currently.
I
Yeah.
think we're going to die anyway. I agree we should have to talk to the farmer. I agree with that, Kelpie. I just don't think getting an autocraft to buy an item is worth the time necessary.
Why don't we all just go do our things? I don't really want to talk to any people, so I guess I'll tag along with Ball Guy over here. Kelpie, why don't you go get the thing? And Talak, why don't you... I don't know. You guys are older and adults. People listen to you.
Well, fortunately, almost everyone that you need to talk to is gathered at the same place.
Oh, wow.
Just kidding.
Also, I don't think I should be the one to talk to the farmer. I'm not good with words at all.
Everything that comes out of your mouth is like a weird dictionary.
Thank you, I think.
Yeah.
Kelpie, in a small amount of time, the town comes back into view. You head into the main thoroughfare and start making your way towards Celebration. It's not that big of a town. You eventually start making your way towards Celebration Square, and you see the lights and the lanterns of this celebration, this event going on, put on by these three muses. And everything is kind of like grown a bit quiet. Truly, just the sound of music can be heard. You get closer and realize that everyone is just on the edge of their seats, just leaning in as close as they can, watching the performance on stage. Some of them kind of like casually, step by you to get closer as they, get fresh mead inside their mugs. As the group is on stage using some amounts of illusion magic to manifest imagery and colors to create almost like sets that change and offer up a bit of a greater detail as they're performing a story. as the two sisters and the brother take on a variety of roles. Everyone is just completely fascinated. Little kids kind of clasp their mother and father's hands standing nearby as they coo in disbelief watching this spectacle. The rest of you eventually make your way up. You know that somewhere among the crowd that the shepherd sits. Captain Bakara also was seen kind of nearby, leaning on a stump with several of the other crown guard that make their way around, but even they appear transfixed upon the spectacle on the stage. Is anyone not going to the square?
I keep my distance, but still be on the outskirts.
I'm gonna stick with Moss.
Alright. You and Manassas both.
The story unfolds as you all
Follow Kelpie.
are there. Is anyone going to actively pay attention to the play?
Yeah.
Kelpie,
Sure.
Moss, Nadine,
I'm interested.
Manassas, did you have other plans?
I'm kind of shooting straight for the captain.
Okay.
I'll probably, just like at the corner of my eye, catch a bit, but my attention is elsewhere.
Okay, Moss, you're kind of hanging back. All right, cool. The Muses put on a show. Manassas, you get up, you find Captain Bakara, who is starting to become a bit three sheets, just sort of wobbling a bit here on this stump. Several of the other crown guards stand nearby and sort of give you a nod, recognizing you as you approach. And one of them, a human man named Adam, who you've kind of got to know, just says, this time they're putting on the same. They haven't done this one in months. This is a good one. Have you seen it?
I haven't. If it's not a good fight, then I don't often watch the shows.
No, it's the drama of it. You know, I wonder if this is really what happened. He turns his attention back towards it. Captain Bakara kind of brushes you off just a little bit. Like, what is it? It better be important business.
Apologies, Captain, but there is business of an extra. I kind of get like a kneel down a bit, like to speak to him a bit more confidentially. There's business of an extra planar matter that I must attend to. Me and my companions, they wish to go past the wall and pursue it. I believe if we don't tackle it now, it's going to become an ongoing issue.
The gate is closed. It's a 48-hour hold. You know this. We've done it a dozen times. There was a monster threat. We closed the gate. That's the orders. That's how we keep everyone safe. It'll be open tomorrow morning. Just can you not wait? It's not like there's been another incident and we have to keep it closed longer, is there?
I'm afraid there has been another incident.
Yeah.
This creature that we're facing can fly over walls. It just attacked the livestock out in barns.
Okay, all right. You're starting to sound like Exeter. And listen, I'll take a look at it. I'm gonna finish watching this show, and either we'll talk about it tonight, or we'll talk about it tomorrow morning.
Yes, Captain.
Sergeant. It's Sergeant.
Yes, Sergeant. Apologies. Blow rustled.
He kind of shoos you off and goes back to watching the show. And as the rest of you have kind of been watching the performance, what you see is a tale that is a dramatic telling. The Queen Mother, the wife to King Peter Alderic, sits inside of her throne, alone, mourning the loss of her husband, who's been taken away by the war and is far, far away. She worries for his safety and health, and she is strucken with grief as long shadows crawl down the walls and eventually consume her. And she enters a state of depression and sings wistfully about just the sadness that is filling her soul. And eventually she climbs into a window where she drinks a vial of poison and then leaps from the highest parapets down off of the castle walls and into the city proper. She continues to fall and fall. Go ahead.
As this is happening, anyone who's paying attention, Talok just sort of isn't paying attention to the play too much, but he sort of drifts his eyes towards it every once in a while, and his hand just sort of slips into his pouch and he begins just fidgeting with something.
Mm-hmm. You see her fall is animated by these rising magical, as if she's just falling and falling and falling, but she never lands, and eventually she descends into darkness, and the set grows warm and red, like flames are enveloping her. Everything turns red and purple, and then suddenly she finds herself alone. Mist shrouds her form as she stands up in this dark place, as more forms, shadows, creep around her, and eventually her twin, the other twin sister Muse, approaches, and they are dressed entirely the same now through magic, both appearing as mirrored images of the Queen Mother, one of them bright, glistening, the other pale, dark, monochromatic. They do a mirrored dance around each other as the brother strums upon his instruments, and eventually the two turn into one. The sister, now dark, stands alone on the stage, as then suddenly she peers upward, and the sky breaks through. She manifests her way onto the surface world, where she stands high atop a tower overlooking grass and trees. It appears that she's in heaven of sorts, and she smiles, twisted, dark. And eventually, she sees a funeral carriage come through. The king is dead. Now she must reign. And at this point, the song closes to an end as she mourns her husband's death, but she is not the person she was before. She's something else, something darker. And as this tragedy ends, everyone stands and claps for the beautiful magical performance that is there before them. And the muses all turn and take their bows, and they eventually line up in a trio and walk around the entirety of the pavilion, giving bows to the audience on all sides. As the set just disappears, the magic fades away. They kiss their hands and begin to walk back into the woods, saying goodbye to their audience tonight, and promise to be back again in several months. Giving a long, lingering look, the brother looks at you, Kelpie, and in your head, he points at you. You hear, "You're still invited to come and see us later if you want. We'll be up very late. Bring your friends." And that's a really good place to take a 10-minute break.